welcome to Outrageous Fortunes. I'm Spence, or Resonant Moon.
And I'm T, or the T Monster. And this is a show that we record live on Twitch and YouTube, where that's T Monster, am learning the ways of tarot with guidance from Spence, a 20-year veteran tarot reader.
During our time together, we turn the cards, read definitions, and see what patterns reveal themselves. And we might even go down a tangent or two along the way.
So grab your deck, an adult beverage of your choice.
All right, so I am drinking blackberry citrus seltzer. What you got?
I got my usual. I got my water with a splash of mango orange juice in it.
Ooh, that sounds really nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's very refreshing. All right, are we going to take a deep breath? I think we should. Let's take a deep breath and turn our attention to the cards.
I'm going to kill this cat. I'm just going to kill this cat. I am. That crash you heard during the recording, I turn around and there's Dorito. He is...
oh, no.
So here's the thing. So when you get the big tub of treats, usually the Temptations, the ones that have the gooey center on the inside, et cetera, they come in these paper-thin plastic cups, or these plastic tins. Not plastic tins. These thin plastic, very malleable containers. Dorito happened to push one off here recently, and it was a Treatapalooza for the cats. So that was months ago. So now I have this very hard reinforced plastic container that I've put the treats in, and Dorito, without fail, it's whenever Sam visits, Sam will treat the cats, but then Sam will take, that's my daughter, Sam will take the container and place it on top of the armoire, dresser, the shelving unit, whatever you want to call it. And when they do that, Dorito pushes it off, thinking, "Oh, it's another plastic container. It'll pop open just like all the others." But this one has been reinforced, so that's not happening. But I happen to turn around and I see Dorito, and he's giving me these big eyes, and he just goes, and I'm just like, stupid cat, stupid one brain cell cat. I love you so much. I could have you for lunch. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do tarot, right?
Yes, I just have to turn you down a teeny bit.
All right.
Okay. So, first of all, I was doing a thing. I was pulling up my card for the day. My card for the day is the Star.
Okay.
And so if we look in, so you've seen the Star before. You're using your Shadows of Wonderland deck,
yes, I'm
right?
using the Shadows of Wonderland deck, and I will flip ahead and find the Star. That is Major Arcana, and
it is.
And let's see.
It is number 17.
The Star. Okay.
So so I am using the Crow Tarot deck by MJ Cullinane.
And for anybody looking at mine, I'm using the Wonderland Shadow Tarot deck from at least it's available. I believe it's done also by Erethereal. And I will let Spence do their reading first, and then I will tell you what my book says about the Star.
So the Star: wishes, happiness, astronomy, optimism. Bathing in crystal clear night sky, the crow allows the water to wash over her wings and cleanse away the negativity of the past. On a branch, a songbird serenades the crow and hearkens a time of newfound optimism. The Star card brings the gift of hope and a message that any problematic time in your life will soon be over, and the place you will find yourself will be one of love and stability. You will feel a profound transformation, one that connects spiritually, and as a result can lead to a lifetime change.
And the way the Star is presented in my deck, and just so you all know, the whole thing that brought us to this point, the end goal is that I'll be able to do this. I will talk about the Star with some knowledge. Eventually I'm going to be free of the guidebook. That is the goal anyway. But right for now, I'm very reliant on the goal book. So this is what my book has to say about the star. Upright means hope, renewal, or faith. Reversed, it means despair or negative attitude or broken faith. The element is air. The astrology associated with it is Aquarius. A shadowy figure holds a drink me vial. I have gotten this card before. Embodying the star's essence. This card is a beacon of hope, reminding you of your connection to the divine and the guiding light that shines even in the darkness. The star urges you to maintain faith in the universe's blessings and follow your inner guidance, attracting abundance and purpose. So yeah, that's what that is your
That is my daily tarot for the
that's
day.
your daily tarot. So here's mine.
Because I did have somebody ask, like, Moon, why don't you talk about your daily tarot? And I'm just like, because I'm not teaching myself.
Well, there's that. There's that. There's that. Okay. Well, mine is ooh. Okay.
What'd you get?
I got the Seven of Pentacles.
Ooh,
I can't remember if I've gotten
okay.
this before, but Seven of Pentacles,
You
upright.
have. I enjoy this card.
Okay. I keep forgetting. What was it that you said was the card you associated with me?
The Knight of
The
Wands.
Knight of Wands. Okay, I got to remember to set that aside. Okay. Okay, so this is the Seven of Pentacles, everyone, and here's what my guidebook says. Upright means perseverance, results, and progress. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. And because it's upright, I'm just going to read the upright definition. A shadowy figure tends to a garden of clocks, representing patience. Whoops. And stuck together pages. There you go. Let's try that again. Ooh. All right. There we go. A shadowy figure.
Sticky cards, sticky pages.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. A shadowy figure tends to a garden of clocks, representing patience, perseverance, and the long-term cultivation of success. The Seven of Pentacles symbolizes the process of nurturing your efforts and waiting for them to bear fruit. This card encourages you to evaluate your progress, acknowledge that growth takes time and careful attention, which seems apropos concerning what we were just talking about. That's interesting. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And from the Crow Tarot, the cunning trickster crow is trying to fly away with a stash of. Oh, no, wait. That's the Seven of Swords. What am I doing? Hi. I am awake, I promise. I did a full day of work already.
Hi.
The crow rests after embarking on the difficult task of gathering a treasure trove of bright reflective coins that will adorn her nest and make a protective space for her fledglings. The Seven of Pentacles asks that you think about the long term when investing your time and energy. Although quick short term games may be had, in the end, they will not last. Only through hard work and planning will you discover lasting benefits from your work.
Yes, it all seems very apropos,
Um,
considering that I'm putting on the final touches of the latest episode from Old Spirits. So I've been
mhm.
very focused on that of late. Very focused, as a
and
matter of fact.
and I want to show you what it looks like on the Smith Rider Waite deck, which
Okay.
is what most people associate. And so you have this gardener who's waiting for his fruit to be ripe. And so this is why the being able to resonate with the characters in your deck is so important,
Right.
because then you're able to be like, what does patience and perseverance look like to somebody in this realm? A lot of times it's a gardener. In the crow deck, it's a crow who is nesting and building and shoring up the nest. So there are many different ways for that to show up,
Well,
but
then,
I did get a lot of questions over the weekend of how do I know what deck is right for me? And it's, you have to be able to connect to the characters in it.
so before I go into the Seven of Pentacles, which is actually going to be the Seven of Coins in my other deck, the Crooked Moon deck, I thought you would get a kick out of seeing what the Knight of Wands That's what you said. Knight of Wands? Yeah. The Knight of Wands
Yeah.
looks like. And it looks like a sharpshooter that's riding a giant rabbit.
And you were just talking about having an artificer in D&D.
Yeah, having an Artificer Ranger, which is kind of fun. Yeah. All right, so the
Mhm.
7 of coin. Oh, I turned right to it too. That's wild. So first let me explain. So how this all started was I got this deck. I got my wife an Oracle deck from Erethereal, and then I saw they had this Wonderland Shadow Tarot, and they had some samples of the artwork, and I'm like, oh, this is breathtaking. So I went on ahead and I picked it up. But when it arrived, I felt this itch. I literally felt this itch of I want to learn how to do. I don't want this deck to be decorative. I want this deck to be practical. I want to give it some love. And that was when I turned to Spence, and she's been teaching me. They have been teaching me since. Now the funny thing is, I really wasn't interested in looking at any other decks. I saw a few that I thought that were interesting. Then I saw the deck from the Crooked Moon. The Crooked Moon is a game set put up by the Legends of Advantris, or the Advantris entertainment site. And so I went on ahead and I finally got the Crooked Moon deck, and all the artwork you see is artwork from the game. And the way I describe it is it's D&D, but it's in a Southern Gothic setting. So some of the races include gargoyles, scarecrows, dolls, that kind of thing. And it's an amazing. If you want to see what it's like, you can always visit the Mythic Hall on Thursday nights at 6:30. I produce their live stream, and currently their live stream is of the Crooked Moon, and it's been wonderful. It has been absolutely wonderful. Okay, so the 7 of Coins, which is now, and that's what I was going to say. This set does not have a set of pentacles or a suit that is pentacles. Their suit is coins. So instead of this being the Page of Pentacles, or the 7 of Pentacles, sorry, being the 7 of Pentacles, it is the 7 of Coins, which would look like this. And I've gotten this before. I have gotten this before, and I think the last time I got it, it was reversed. So let's see what it says about the 7 of Coins in here. The 7 of Coins, or Pentacles, shows the fruit of your labor or pain, with coins sprouting from a seed planted long ago. Upright, you have been waiting for results or rewards from efforts made in the past, and the pain and suffering endured tried to foil you in every step. Patience and perseverance is key, and wealth and security are finally about to bloom. So when you look at the classic one that Spence has, and then you look at what I've got here for Crooked Moon, and then you see what is here for Wonderland, you see that theme of, patience, which Spence can attest. I am one of the least patient people out there. There are some things
Oh my
I'm
God.
so effing impatient.
That's a separate tangent.
Oh, isn't it though? It is. Oh, it is.
It's such a tangent that I will eventually go on, but
I am
yeah.
patient, yet I'm not. You know what I mean? I am
Mhm.
patient, yet I'm not. Okay.
You're patient until it's quiet.
Yeah.
And then you seem to not be okay in the quiet.
I am fine in the quiet on my own most of the time. It's when I'm around other people, and I am not one for this. I'm not one. The sound of silence around me is my own voice, because I don't know what it is. I think sometimes I get nervous in the silence, especially when there are other people around. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am now drawn my 4 cards. And I want you to know, I practiced. I actually did a 4-card reading. I want to say it was, let's see, I did a 4-card reading. And I think I sent you the picture. But I did it last week. And yes, I did it last week. And I did it as part of my at the very beginning. I either did it at the very beginning of the week or the end of the week. I can't remember when. I should have. Wait. I can tell.
You didn't send it, but that's okay.
But the good, yeah, I did it at the
I'm
end of the
I'm
week,
glad that you're doing it though.
and I did. I'm documenting this. This is the other thing I'm doing. Um, Spence did not encourage me to do this, but I wanted to make sure that I was doing this right. So I have been taking photographs, and I've got a photographic journal of my previous reads. And this was with the this was Friday, so it was last week, last Friday, and I was using the deck, and that's where I got that's where I got the seven of coins reversed was last week, and I did the 4 card read, and then I said, look, about this read, does it pertain to this? And I put down the card, and the card was reversed, so it was a no. And then I asked about it. Something is it pertaining to something else? Put the card down. It was the sun. It was the sun card reversed. So again, I was like, okay, that's a no as well. And I was really proud of myself. I'll have to send you the reading, but I was really proud of myself because
Yeah.
I was practicing my thing. I practiced the
You were
thing.
practicing what we talked about last
Yeah.
week. I'm so pleased.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, so what we do at this point is we do Spence has been teaching me the 4 card read, and the 4 card read is well, what would you say? Would you say it's the most common card right now, or it's not common card read, or I mean, because I know they can
No,
they can
I
go
would
up. Oh,
I would not say that it's the most common card reading because the most common is going to be past, present, future. So it's a 3 card read.
okay, okay, so a 3 card. All right.
But because the 4 card read seems the 4 card read works well for me, because it gives me the opportunity to get specific with whoever's sitting in front of me
Right.
about what the cards want to talk about, and then specific bullet points. That's why I'm teaching you the 4 card read, because that is what makes sense to me,
Okay.
and what makes sense for for someone who is learning tarot.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you were, as you get more experienced, we can go into different spreads to figure out what spread makes the most sense for you, or you can make up your own spread, but that's like that's tapping into your intuition.
Right.
I won't say that
right.
it's advanced, because it's not. Anybody can make up a tarot spread and can say, they can even take the 4 card spread that we do and say, oh no, this has to do with a bed, Mary, Berry solo kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, who would you want to bed? Who would you want to marry? Who would you want to bury? And would you want to be solo? And that is the T stream safe version.
Right.
Of that.
Murder. Yeah. It's F Mary kill. Right. Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's so many different ways to do tarot. There's even like just entertainment ways of doing tarot.
Right.
And there are role-playing games that are using tarot now, which is pretty cool.
Well, again, Crooked Moon. Because they do mention Crooked Moon. Crooked Moon does, in fact, this deck is supposedly the deck that they reference in the Crooked Moon. So, yeah, there's all kinds of things going on there. So, okay. So, all right.
But anyway, we were talking about our 4 card read.
Right.
So, as I've listed in my chat, but also in the description on YouTube, we draw 4 cards. The first card is the present situation that the cards want to talk about. I say this because sometimes decks are very peculiar, and they're not going to talk about what you or the person you sit down with wants to talk about. it's going to be what the cards want to talk about. The second card is any obstacles that might be in your way. The third card is any advice or opportunities to keep an eye out for. And the last card is a potential outcome.
Yeah.
You can always draw additional cards afterwards to get more clarity. And that's what we started talking about last week is the yes or no opportunities with the cards. There are other ways to do it as well, to get clarity as well. But I'm slowly adding little bits in so that T can become familiar with a lot of different thought processes.
And this is the other reason why I don't necessarily want to start offering myself to, I've been doing this for a few months. I'm ready to do someone else's reading. It's aggravating and agitating enough, I think, for somebody to come in, especially someone who has never had a reading before. They get a new guy. It's like the person that cut your hair. You have somebody come in and you go, yeah, I want them to do a reading, and be like, okay, so here's your first card. Give me a second. I need to find it in the book first. And that's why I'm like, and even if I get off this book, I doubt if I'm gonna, because I know I wouldn't say it was a fear I had of tarot. It was more, and it wasn't even brought in by, watching Live and Let Die one time too many, or even my humble background as a Southern born again Christian. For me, it's that feeling of I don't want my future to be dictated to me, and it's taken a while. Vi, don't you dare! It has taken a while for me to realize this is, the future. As Yoda put it, always in motion is the future, right? And these are potentials. There's nothing that is set in stone. And also, especially with this deck, I don't think I've really, to use a D&D term, since I'm kind of all about the D&D today, I'm not sure if I've attuned with this deck yet. I've not attuned with this deck yet. I'm still working with it, I think. That's the Crooked Moon deck. This deck, straight out of the box, it was giving me attitude. Straight out of this box, it was saying, no. We're talking about this today. You just sit your little patootie down, and I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna talk about, And I'm like, okay, cool, and so yeah, this deck I feel very much at home with. The Crooked Moon deck, I'm getting there. I'm getting there with it. All right, so let's talk about the situation. And it is and you'll also notice too that I'm not doing the flip over. I'm doing a flip on the horizontal, because that is how I started, and I didn't want to change the interpretation of the cards or anything. So I go on the horizontal, not necessarily the vertical, and I'm consistent about it. And it is the Queen of Pentacles reversed.
Ooh.
The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah.
And do you remember what song you've given this card in this position?
Was it Maneater, was it?
No.
Queen of Pentacles. I'm trying to remember what song I gave it.
What does Pentacles stand for?
Cups.
No,
coins.
Yeah.
So
money.
Oh, I ain't saying she a gold digger. She not hanging with my bro. Bro, go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Get down. Go. You never want me to do that again. Yeah. Good Lord, I'm so freaking white. That's gonna be that is gonna be the name of my autobiography if I ever made it big in and I write my memoir. It's gonna be called So Freaking White. Okay, go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Get down. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm not saying she a gold digger. Upright means nurturing, feminine, provider, business-oriented. Reversed means work, home, conflict, gold digger. So she is a gold digger. She is hanging with my bro. And she's materialistic. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna jump. Ahead in this description to what happens when it comes out reversed. Okay, a regal figure cradling a clock with grace represents the Queen of Pentacles, embodying nurturing, practicality, and the mastery of the material world. You know all about that, don't you, Vi? Don't you, Vi?
No.
She's looking at me like, just get on with the reading. Don't bother me. You're talking to me. Father, what did I say about you talking to me? Boop. Okay.
You should be talking to my other favorite
Yes,
human.
exactly. Exactly. Um Okay, a regal figure, cradling a clock with grace, represents the Queen of Pentacles, embodying nurturing practicality and the mastery of material world. This card symbolizes the ability to create abundance and stability through care and attention to detail. The reversed Queen of Pentacles warns against neglecting your emotional or spiritual well being in the pursuit of material success, urging you to find harmony in all areas of your life. Okay.
And then the reverse Queen of Pentacles is the mother who smothers or pecks incessantly at her loved ones, including anyone who crosses her path. She is overbearing and controlling in all situations, from protecting her nest to foraging for food. In her way, it is her way or no way. The energy at this time is fear based and manipulative, and as a result, there is a lack of harmony.
Okay. So,
So it's asking why you're being a little bit of a control freak right now.
hmm. Warns of emotional or
What are you
spiritual well
not?
being.
Yeah, I hear trying to be in control so much that you're not letting other people
Hmm.
help, and that's causing disharmony.
Interesting. Because I feel like I have been trying to, getting back into exercise for one thing, and trying to make sure that I'm doing right by Pip. By, like, for example, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not slacking on the chores, and making sure that the house is
Mm-hmm.
taken care of. There's a little bit of imbalance in my workspace. I'll be the first one to say that it's a disaster area. I need to go over it. Um, the dust bunnies are becoming dust kaiju, so I got to make sure I take care of that. But it hasn't been a priority, so I'm not sure. I'll have to think about what that could be pertaining to. So here are the
This could
obstacles.
this
Oh,
could also be somebody else who is showing those signs.
okay. So the obstacles ahead. Ooh, ooh. That's a very menacing card, but it's absolutely breathtaking. It's the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups.
Mm.
Five of Cups. Now, Cups is a suit about relationships, correct?
It's about emotion.
About
So when you
emotions.
think about water, you think about tears, think about the
Hmm.
flow of emotions.
Okay. All right. So here we go, everybody. This is the Five of Cups. Upright. Ooh. See, again, this is the other thing too about whenever the cards are upright or reversed. People will say things like, "Oh, if they're reversed, it means it's bad." Not necessarily, because upright, the Five of
Hmm.
Cups means grief, self pity, or regret, and reversed, it would mean moving on, finding peace, self forgiveness. So just because a card is reversed does not necessarily mean that it's bad, and a card upright does not necessarily mean it's good. That's one of the things. That's one of the first things I learned. Okay,
Yep.
so as with all fives, the Five of Cups puts one in the face of adversity. Scattered teacups surround a distressed figure, embodying the sorrow and regret that come with loss and disappointment. The Five of Cups is a card of emotional turmoil, where the pain of past events clouds your present, making it difficult to see the path ahead. While this card acknowledges grief, it also reminds you that not all is lost. Okay.
And then from the Crow Tarot, the Crow of the Five of Cups stands on the riverbank, consumed with loss and unable to without find the path out of despair. Because his focus is directed only on what he has lost, he is unable to see the riches in his life. The Five of Cups suggests that you move away from the mindset of lack and look for areas in your life that are positive. The message of the Five of Cups: replace feelings of scarcity with gratitude. I find it interesting that the lack mindset and fear mindset both came up in the descriptions for these two
Mm-hmm.
cards.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be another one of those really complicated readings. Because I'm having a problem trying to figure out whether this is pertaining to a situation, or whether it's pertaining to a person, or whether it's pertaining to something that I'm oblivious of. It could be so. That's the other thing. That one of the similar paranormal investigations and things like that. You're dealing with a lot of what ifs and a lot of theories and nothing super concrete. And that being
Yeah.
said, when you're
Well, think about it like poker.
yeah, yeah,
You don't know what's going on until the river is turned.
right, exactly, exactly. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we have the advice from the cards. This is the advice from the deck that I'm about to flip over, and the advice it gives me is I don't recognize this card. This could be the first time I've gotten it. The Ace of Cups.
Is it the Ace of Cups?
Yes, it's the Ace of Cups.
Ooh, we like that card.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've had this one before, and it's very cool
You have
artwork.
not.
It's very cool artwork. Um, and the other thing
I
is
say
too.
that with such
I know
confidence.
you do. But I mean, you've been to pretty much. You've been present for almost every reading I've had, because the ones you haven't been present at, I've actually sent you them just to say, "Hey, I'm doing the thing." But it's also been that, yeah, it's a thing. But I do love the artwork on these cards. This so I can count on one hand books that have spoken to me, books that I just clicked with straight away. And ironically, even though the classics have always been a struggle for me to read, reading Alice in Wonderland, and then on my own volition through the Looking Glass as a young 13-year-old, to read through the Looking Glass. I think my hard to impress English teacher at the time in 7th grade was really impressed that I read this on my own. But I loved
Mm-hmm.
Through the Looking Glass. I loved Through the Looking Glass more than Alice in Wonderland. And yeah, this is pretty cool. The Ace of Cups. Okay, so here's what the Ace of Cups says: new relationships, self love, creative burst. A single teacup is being filled, brimming with the promise of new beginnings in love, creativity, or spiritual connection. The Ace of Cups symbolizes the birth of deep emotions and the start of a journey where your heart opens to fresh experiences. This card invites you to embrace the flow of positive energy and let it fill your life with joy and fulfillment. I mean, that's pretty obvious
And
what the advice
then,
is. So, okay.
yeah.
And then,
Um, and then the Crow Tarot says the crow sits on the edge of a cup, connecting with profoundly intuitive energy of the water that is overflowing into five streams representing the five senses. Pink lotus flowers float in the water, symbolizing purity and an awakened spirit. The Ace of Cups denotes the start of a beautiful, loving relationship and offers the opportunity for fulfillment in both the spiritual and physical realms. You are feeling drawn to those who are on a similar path as a way of creating more positive relationships.
hmm, okay.
So overall, this is probably a new person who's going to jumpstart some creative juices for you. Or or if this is somebody that you already know, there might be a new understanding that creates a new and beneficial dynamic to that relationship.
Okay.
Like this seems like an evolution of a relationship so
Yeah,
far, but
yeah.
let's turn over the final
Yeah.
card.
It seems very negative, and then we have some positive, a positive look here, and then this is the potential outcome. Everyone, this is the final card
Mhm.
And the 4 card read, the potential outcome. And I flip it over. It is the Queen of Wands reversed.
Mm.
When they make that
Nope,
noise, when Spence makes that, I'm like, oh dear, this is not going to be good.
Well, here's my thing. The Queen of Wands is my favorite card.
Right.
This is my all-time favorite card in tarot, especially in the Crow deck,
Right.
because she is such a character, and we're going to read more about it, but she is someone who suffers no fools. um she is the mama bear that you want to come to, um for anything good or bad. She will celebrate you when it's good, and she will defend you when things are bad. um when she's reversed, she's very scary.
Well, let's find out. According to the book, Queen of Wands, upright, she is passionate, charismatic, self-assured. Reversed, she is temperamental, selfish, and vengeful. The Queen of Hearts,
Like I said, she's scary.
she's scurry. She's scurry. The Queen of Hearts, surrounded by blooming roses, embodies the Queen of Wands. That's what I got right. Yes, Queen of Wands. Symbolizing confidence, authority, and the fiery energy of leadership. Reversed, the Queen's authority turns tyrannical, or her passion becomes overwhelming. The reversed Queen of Wands warns against becoming overly controlling or letting your temper dictate your actions. It urges you to lead with both strength and compassion, ensuring that your fiery energy uplifts rather than intimidates. Okay.
And then from
go
the
ahead.
Crow Tarot, when the Queen of Wands appears reversed, it's a sign that she is lacking confidence or feeling scared, and that she will never live up to the potential she once felt was possible. She urges you to look deep within yourself and ask yourself if fear is holding you back. So the theme that we have seen with these 4 cards is fear. And the advice is to look for positive um positive
reinforcement,
new experiences, positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
I feel like this is an understanding of a person who's going through it right now, and like they may be lashing out, they may be kind of aggressive, or tyrannical, as your deck said, but they need a little bit of compassion, and they might need a mirror held up to them to be like, hey, what is causing you to react this way?
Okay.
That's where my intuition initially goes, because this is fear of lack, fear of loss, fear of incompetence.
Okay. So I'm going to take the initiative and ask 2 additional questions. Yes and no.
Okay.
Going to take yes and no questions. I'm going to go to the situation at hand, and I'm going to ask, is this pertaining to Mythic Hall and what happened last night? And interesting enough, it says the moon upright.
Okay. So I'm going to grab my book real quick.
Okay.
Because I have those written down, and the moon is one of the tricky ones where I can't remember if it's a yes or a no.
I mean, does it help if I read the interpretation of it, or no? Oh, they already stepped away. Okay. Now, the moon upright, just so you all know, as soon as I find it, Hierophant, the moon. We like the moon because it's close to us. We like the moon. Okay. So upright, it means subconscious, dreams or illusions. Um, a figure gazes at the moon's reflection in the water, her face barely visible. Yep. Um,
And then for the Crow Tarot, um,
embodying the moon's
in
card's
a dream,
mysterious allure. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish it, but
so
okay.
In a dreamlike state, the crow rests on a branch, staring at the moon as it reflects a darker image of herself, her dark side. Below the crow, there is a pond, which represents the subconscious mind, with a caged raven symbolizing her wild side that she attempts to restrain. It is the part of herself that she tries to conceal and evokes feelings of shame. The moon illuminates the areas where we project our insecurities. In doing so, we fall victim to our own harmful powers that may have infiltrated the psyche. Sit by the light of the moon and travel inward to find areas where fear and anxiety have taken control. The moon asks, "What are you concealing?" Learning to recognize and accept all the parts from our being, even the components that may be considered weaknesses, is essential for being whole. So, from that, do you think the upright moon is a yes or a no?
Okay.
Because I
Um,
have my answer in my book, but I want your
right.
intuitive
Well,
aspect.
yeah. Now, according to my book, it says the moon. I'm jumping to the end. The moon illuminates
Mm-hmm.
past shadows, helping you heal and move forward with purpose. Had it been reversed, the moon urges you to hold on to your inner light, trusting that clarity will emerge. Um, in the end, both sound more positive, but at least reversed, it sounds like the moon would. Well, it sounds like in this case, the moon is yes upright, reversed it's no, because in the definition of being in the reversed position, it sounds like um, that it's saying, okay, you need to hang on to your own light, not the moon's light. I can't help you. You've got to turn inward now, and you've got to just trust your instincts that this is going to work out. Whereas the initial one was no. Enjoy your time in the moon's light. Let it guide you to a new adventures, new futures, new possibilities. So I'm thinking upright it's yes, reversed it's no.
So I'm going to show on screen
Okay.
my book.
Right.
And up in this top corner is the yes or no correlation.
Okay.
So
So
it is a no.
so upright it is a
And
no. Okay.
upright is a no.
Okay.
The reason being is that it's highlighting all those things that you're afraid of.
Oh.
Um, and so then the reverse is overcoming those fears, overcoming um, uh, those things that are kept in the shadows, and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps.
Okay. All right, then I will go on ahead.
Whereas
Oh,
whereas upright is just shining a light on it, being like,
right.
"Hey, here's all the skeletons in your closet. Have fun with
Gotcha.
that."
Okay. This is why it's helpful to be, taking lessons from someone who's been doing this for 20 years. Okay, now, all right, so I got another one. So I'm going to ask
Mm-hmm.
again, is this pertaining to my current emotions with old spirits?
Okay.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to make you laugh? It's the Wheel of Fortune
Is it
upright.
okay? It is gonna make me laugh
Yeah,
because
I can
remember
hear
how I
you
said
smiling over there. I can hear you like,
re-
oh. I'd
so
like to. Okay,
so
I'm
I
going to
would
ask my.
think that this is a maybe card,
Yeah,
but
I'm actually going to ask now to my deck. May I buy a vowel? Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
so Wheel of Fortune upright is a yes.
Okay, and upright it means karma, destiny. Oh, pour one out for the homie. Karma, destiny, luck, and it's a Mad Hatter card. Of course, it's a Mad Hatter card. Okay, so this is a yes. So okay, so this is pertaining to this. So this situation here. not to be confused
Mm.
with the situation, but the situation that is depicted by the cards. This is pertaining to old spirits. Okay, okay. Well, that's fair. I've been having some thoughts in my head about it, but yeah.
Um, but yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is like saying, "Hey, you know that streak of luck that you've been having? It's going to change. Usually it's for the better." Um it says that during difficult times this card serves as a reminder that the good and change is coming. And you know, nothing is fixed. Everything is subject to change, as long as we are willing to learn and grow through the process.
Right. Okay. Okay. Whew. Heck of a read. A lot of new faces. A lot of new faces in this.
Mm,
I think it's the first time I've ever drawn the Wheel of Fortune. That's funny.
yeah.
Okay. All
Now,
right.
I have a impromptu tangent
Okay.
based on the description that your card had of the or your book had of the 5 of Cups. And it said, like other fives in the tarot, this one presents a challenge. So I wanted to pull out all the other fives to kind of show the challenge, because that there is a theme with the different numbers.
Okay.
So
And
here's our Five of
that was
Cups,
that
and
was the
our
Five of
challenge is
Cups.
it. Yeah. So the challenge in the 5 of Cups is an emotional challenge because, again, cups is emotion.
Okay. So let me see if I can find
Okay.
the other. Let me see if I can find the other five. I just found the
Yeah.
six. All right. So gonna have to
So
really
this is
shuffle
the
this.
five. So the 5 of Wands, because Wands is a very creative card. It is the element of fire and fire passion. So you have conflict, but it is constructive conflict. Everybody is bringing new ideas to a situation. And it's not meant to tear anybody down. It's meant to build people up,
Right.
or build a project up. Then you have the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is a communication conflict. And this is the I told you so card.
Yeah.
And and what do we think of when anybody says, "Ugh, I told you so"? You don't want to be around that person when they're when
Right.
they're kind of throwing it in your face. So it's kind of a warning to be like, don't be that guy. Yes, you were right. Don't be that guy.
Don't be the guy. So here's the. I just drew the Five of Pentacles.
Okay, and that was the next one that we were going to
Right.
go down. And so pentacles or coins is earthly, value, physical, um materialism. And so the conflict here is um dealing with poverty, with loss, with being at rock bottom. Um so that's where the conflict is there. So there is a theme throughout the same number in the different suits. So that's just something interesting. And I loved that your deck also brought it up,
So I
that
just
there is a
I
theme there.
yeah. So I just put
Now,
down. I just put down the Five of Swords, and that looks like a very intimidating card straight off the bat.
yeah.
And here's the Five of Wands. Okay. So these were the other cards
Hmm.
outside of the one that I drew, and the one that I drew. Yes, Vi, I hear you. I'm ignoring you, but I hear you.
And
Um,
and one of the other things I want to point out is that with all the external cards, so the wands, the swords, and the pentacles, those all are external conflict. And the 5 of Cups is the only one that's an internal conflict because you're dealing with grief and loss.
they all and you can see the theme. You can see the theme at least just in the artwork,
Mm,
that they are very dramatic cards. They are very
mm.
dramatic cards. Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, if for you or for anybody else who is learning tarot and you want to try to make some more connections, take a look at cards of the similar number in different suits. See what there is that is similar and what is different. And that might make some new connections that you can train your brain to bring up whenever you pull those cards.
Okay. Good.
So, like, you had two queens in your reading as well. You had the Queen of Pentacles and you had the Queen of Wands. Um, the Queen of Pentacles has a lot of bounty around her. And so she is about sharing the bounty, sharing information, being very nurturing. I see her as a Nona. When you come to the house, she says, "Sit, sit, you must eat." um that's the energy I get from the Queen of Pentacles, whereas the Queen of Wands sits very upright. She has, so in the crow deck, she has two lions for her throne, and she says, come in, come in, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
um who do I have to fight for you today, um etc.
Okay. Okay.
So
Whew. All right.
um yeah, how you feeling?
Um. Yeah. That was a good read. That was a good read. There's a lot happening there, and and
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm taking the reading, literally, like verbatim about what the cards are saying. Vi, come on. Yes, okay. I'll just let you serenade me. How about that? Okay. Um.
Meow, 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 meow.
Anyway, if the reading was pertaining to OSI, I can see where it's leading. I can see where it's leading.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's trying to tell me, and it's a matter of yeah. I think I know what it is pertaining to. I just need to figure out how to manage that, how to navigate that, if you will. So okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, I do have a tiny tangent,
okay,
and
okay.
it's to why my voice is so deep right now,
Why it's so sultry.
and why I'm so sultry.
Right.
Um, I did I did I think 25 readings this weekend. And I'm still recovering. Um, People knew my name and like came to find me
Well, that's kind
at
of
this
cool.
event.
Okay, that's very cool.
I was so
I
confused
bet you were. I bet you
because
were.
be like, yes, I paid for an ad, but that's beside the point. Like, people were literally like, where is Nyx? And they were looking for my bandana because that's one of my go-to fashion pieces, is wearing the
Okay.
bandana. Um and like sitting down specifically so that they could understand things from my perspective, but also more people coming up and asking me, how do I learn about tarot?
Oh, really?
How do
Oh,
I learn tarot?
really?
And I'm sitting here going, well, I just started posting episodes of me teaching my friend T.
Right.
So you can check out the YouTube, but also I am trying to um, coordinate with a couple of different crystal shops that do tarot readings and be like, hey, can we do tarot workshops?
Hmm.
I will gladly create a lesson plan and go from there. And I would probably base the lesson plan off of what we've done so far.
Right. Right.
Um,
Which makes sense.
but yeah, like um I think the first thing that I tell people when they're asking me about reading tarot, I'm like, make sure that you have a deck, like we were talking about earlier. Make sure that you have a deck where you can relate to the characters, because that's going to make reading so much easier because you're going to be
You're
able to
talking about the
read the
characters
body language of the
and
characters.
you're talking about the characters
Yeah,
in the deck, right?
right. So like I can tell from this six of wands that this bird is very victorious, surrounded by a laurel wreath, and everybody is kind of celebrating them, with all the flowers and everything. In the Smith Rider Waite deck, let's not share that because the star card, the lady is naked.
Oh dear. Okay.
Um, but let's see here. In the Smith Rider Waite deck, the 10 of Cups, which was one that we talked about last week, you can tell that this family is super happy. The kids are dancing. There's a rainbow. So you just want to be able to really connect with the people or whoever the main character is,
Right.
so that you can get a better feeling for the card. Because the card, yeah, they all have specific descriptions, but they also have feeling, and that feeling is going to help your intuition verbalize itself.
Okay.
So yeah. And so now I have to start making a curriculum
Yeah.
for tarot.
You got to take what we're doing, and you got to make it official. I understand. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Well, I have nothing to add or to build on this.
Plugs?
This was a terrific read, a terrific lesson. And I have things to think about. I obviously have things to think about. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's again another great lesson. Always
And
always a delight.
I do highly recommend having some kind of notebook for your tarot. Like, this is part of how I started to really solidify some of the patterns. So I have a notebook. I've got meanings for each number, and the different suits. In the different suits, I've also broken down right side up, what are the keywords? Reversed, what are the keywords? What element is the main element for that suit? And then with the major arcana, I've got a whole bunch of other notes that I'm still filling out. Like, what does it mean upright? What does it mean reversed? What's the sign? What's the zodiac with it? And what's the yes no correlation? There's going to be more that I add to it. Like, if you see, let's see, because I had more revelations during one of my weekend events. So like, there'll be stuff in different colored ink that be like, oh, that's a different name where I
Wow.
figured out something else.
I thought I was ahead of the curve
So yeah.
with the photo journal, but man, you
So
wow.
the photo journal is great, but like it, so for me, writing things down helps me solidify stuff.
Right. Right.
So, and thank you to my little brother who gave me this journal. It's very pretty and it serves this purpose.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah. All right,
So,
you got anything to plug?
not this go around, no. Not
Yeah.
this go around. I think I'm good. I think I'm good for plugging right now. I think I'm all plugged up. Came out wrong.
I am still looking for events for August, and potentially September. So I don't really have anything to plug right now. I'm going to be hopefully streaming a lot more. Because work is dying down for the doldrums of summer. So
Yeah. So yeah,
we'll see.
so yeah, right now, nothing to plug yet, but I'm sure something will be coming down the pike. I know that from the time of us filming this, October is going to be throwing into to full overdrive, and we're
Yeah.
coming out of the box strong. We're coming out of the box really strong, which
Excellent.
I'm very happy about. But more details to come. More details to come. Come on. Ooh,
So
pardon me.
if you like what we're doing, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and all that. Also, please check out Old Spirits Investigations. Their channel will be linked in the show notes. And yeah, until next time, may the cards be ever in your favor.
See ya.